Second method. This method can only work if, after factorizing the quadratic functions under the root, they all share something in common. Like for example, if they all share x plus 2 in common, then you can further factorize and solve. I know you understand better what is being said now as we solve the question. The second method of solving this question requires that you take the value on the right to the left. So we have it like this. You have square root of x squared minus 4 plus square root of x squared plus 4x plus 4 minus, this has a positive in front of it. You're bringing it in. The positive sign under the root doesn't change. It's the one outside that changes. So you have square root of 2x squared plus 4x equals 0. This might be hard for students, but it's best at solving the next question, which might be the last but not the least question we're solving as regards equations in irrational sorts form. Now what you do at this point is you factorize under the roots, each of them. Now you're very good, you will know that this is a difference of two squares. Like saying square root of x squared minus 2 to the power of 2. 4 is 2 to the power of 2 on this side. Then plus square root of, at this point you should be able to be fast at factorizing. You have x plus 2 in one bracket, x plus 2 in the second bracket. Then minus square root of, you factorize this, you have 2 common in both of them, and you also have x in them. So you have 2x as the highest common factor in 2x squared plus 4x. Then you'll be left with, these 2 cancels this 2, this x takes one of these x's, you'll be left with x plus 2 in 4, that's 2. Then this x cancels this x with this 4, you close your bracket, equals 0. This is a difference of two squares. It's just saying a squared minus b squared is same thing as a plus b, a minus b. That's a plus b in one bracket, a minus b in second bracket. Same applies to this. You have x squared minus 2 squared. So you have the square root of x plus 2 in one bracket, x minus 2 in second bracket. You're done factorizing this. Then you have plus square root of x plus 2, x plus 2 minus square root of 2x in open bracket, x plus 2 close bracket equals 0. On the next line, since you have this first bracket linked to this second bracket by times, you can give them their separate square roots. Same applies to this and same applies to this. So you have square root of x plus 2 in bracket times square root of x minus 2 plus square root of x plus 2 times square root of x plus 2. So the first one gets its separate square root, the second one gets its separate square root, minus square root of 2x times square root of x plus 2 equals 0. Watch, the three of them, that's this first one, this second one, and this third one, all have square root of x plus 2. That's like a common factor, which could better be described as the highest common factor. So you take out what is common in the three of them. It's like having 3a plus 3b plus 3c. All of them all have 3's. You can take out 3, you'll be left with a plus b plus c. Same applies to this. You bring out square root of x plus 2. Close your bracket. You open a bracket. You've taken out square root of x plus 2 from this, you'll be left with square root of x minus 2. You can leave it in bracket plus. Now you're taking it out from here again. That means this one cancels out. You'll be left with square root of x plus 2 in bracket minus this negative. For these two, you're taking out this square root of x plus 2. You'll be left with square root of 2x. You close your bracket equals 0. You can bracket this in a bigger bracket. At this point, we can use the equivalent method. That means we equate this to 0. We also equate this to 0. It's allowed in math. Note, at this point you can do it. It's explained in the previous method. You have square root of x plus 2 equals 0. That this value equals 0. Or you have square root of x minus 2 plus square root of x plus 2 close bracket minus square root of 2x equals 0. Since we want to get rid of the square root, to square both sides, so we have x plus 2 square root square equals 0 square. The square cancels the square root. You'll be left with x plus 2 equals 0. Square of 0 is 0. Here you have x equals plus 2 crosses equals sign and turns to minus 2. So x here is minus 2. On the right of the or, we have square root of x minus 2 plus square root of x plus 2 equals, you take this value outside, you can choose to take anyone outside, but because of the negative, it's easier to work without negative. It becomes square root of 2x. If you had square both sides from this point, it will be a bit technical. Next, you square both sides. You square this as a value and this as 1. Now on the left, it's like saying a plus b square is same thing as a square plus b square plus 2ab. Same applies to this. Your a is root x minus 2, your b is root x plus 2. We start with the a square. We have square root of or root x minus 2 square plus root x plus 2 square, which is your b, plus 2, you have 2ab times a, which is same thing as square root of x minus 2 times your b, which is same thing as square root of x plus 2 equals, on the right of the equals to, the square cancels the square root, you'll be left with 2x. On the next line, the square cancels the square root, you'll be left with x minus 2 plus the square cancels the square root, you'll be left with x plus 2 plus 2 times, you know they are linked by times, so you can give it a big square root. Then you have x minus 2 times x plus 2. You link them together, you multiply them together, but you can't multiply them with the 2. The 2 is outside this square root, equals 2x. We solve this first, ignoring this 2, because this 2 is linked by times to this. We collect like terms. You have x plus x, this x plus this x, minus 2, this minus 2, plus 2, plus 2 times square root of x minus 2 in one bracket, x plus 2 in the second bracket equals 2x. 1x plus 1x is 2x. Minus 2 plus 2 will give you 0. You'll be left with plus 2 times square root of x minus 2, x plus 2, close bracket, equals 2x. We take this plus 2x to the other side. It's the easiest step to take. So you have 2 times square root of x minus 2, x plus 2, close bracket, equals 2x. The plus 2x crosses and becomes minus 2x. Then on the next line you have 2 times square root of x minus 2, x plus 2 equals 2x minus 2x, this is algebra, equals 0. Next easy step to take is to divide both sides by 2. You can choose to square both sides. It will still give you the same result, but it's best you get these 2 off. You divide both sides by 2. This 2 cancels this 2. You'll be left with square root of x minus 2 times x plus 2 equals 0 divided by 2 is 0. Now you get rid of the square root. You square both sides. The square cancels the square root. You'll be left with x minus 2, x plus 2 equals 0 square is 0. At this point, we use the equivalent method. X minus 2 equals 0 or x plus 2 equals 0. X equals minus 2 crosses the equals sign and becomes plus 2, or x equals plus 2 crosses and becomes minus 2. Now, the second set of values for our x is x equals 2 or minus 2. Remember, the first was x is minus 2. So the 3 answers are x equals minus 2, or x equals 2, or x equals minus 2. You know, the values for minus 2 are the same. So you can say x equals minus 2 or 2. These are our values. You know, we've tested the 2 values in the first method and we got that the 2 values satisfy the equation. I know most of you will prefer the first method, but for the next question, this second method is more applicable or better at answering the question, because you end up with the next question having a polynomial of x to the power of 4, which you can solve if you have a good knowledge of polynomials.